Assalamu alaikum. Hi, hello, and welcome to Dr. Zahir Math. In this video, we are going to do Module 3, 7.2, Verifying Trigonometric Identities. Many students find this tricky, but I'll show you a simple and step-by-step way to verify identities using some key formulas. Let's make trigonometry easy and enjoyable. Let's begin. Before going to the questions, we need to remember few rules which are very much essential. Let me explain all the rules. Okay, right. First rule, which I already told you in 7.1, right? Sin theta is equal to 1 over cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sin theta. Cos theta is equal to 1 over secant theta. And secant theta is equal to 1 over cosine theta. Next, tan theta is equal to 1 over cot theta or cotan theta. And cot theta is equal to 1 over tan theta. This is the first rule you need to remember. What was the name given to you in the last video? This is called reciprocal identities, right? Next, let's go for the second rule. The second rule is sin theta divided by cosine theta is equal to tan theta, and cosine theta divided by sin theta is equal to cot theta. What is the name of the rule I told you in this? This is called quotient rule. Okay, right. Let's go to the next rule, with this Pythagorean identities, right? Rule number 3, right? Sin square theta plus cosine square theta is equal to what? 1. From this, we can get two rules I told you in the last video. What is that? If suppose you want sin square theta, this cosine will come that side, 1 minus cosine square theta. Suppose you want sin square theta, cosine square theta, this sin square will go that side, which is 1 minus sin square theta. Next, we go for the next rule. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So, from this, we can find two rules. Suppose you want tan square theta, this is equal to secant square theta minus 1, right? That means this will go that side, this one will go that side, okay? Suppose you want 1, then you will get secant square theta, this tan will go that side, secant square theta minus tan square theta, right? The next rule, Pythagoras identity, is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. From this also we can write another two rules. What are they? Suppose you want cot square theta, right? This one will go that side, which is cosecant square theta minus 1. Suppose you want 1, then cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to what? 1. So this is the next rule. The next we are going to study even and odd functions. You know very well. Yesterday I told you, right? Even and odd functions. What is that? Sine of negative theta is equal to what? Minus sine theta. Okay. Cosine of negative theta is equal to cosine theta. It is positive. Keep in your mind. Next, tan of minus theta is equal to what? Minus tan theta. This is the next rule. Let me call it as rule number 3, and this is rule number 4. Let's go for rule number 5. Right. Rule number 5 is not a rule, something you need to be remember when you are doing something. So when you are proving, not doing something, right? First thing is start with the complicated side. It means start with the bigger expressions, bigger equations, I can say for you, simple English. Start with bigger equations, right? And the next is use fundamental identities, which I told you the top 4 rules. Try to use all the fundamental identities. For example, what are the rules? The rules are reciprocal rule, quotient rule, and Pythagoras identities. Okay, right. Most of the time, we stuck in some place. Whenever you stuck something in one place, convert everything in terms of sine and cosine, right? And most of the times, try to use algebra. What is algebra? Most of the time you will be using one formula, a plus b times a minus b, which is a square minus b square. Okay, this is the next thing. So the another thing is, when you are simplifying, use common denominators. What do you say? Use common denominators. Right. Next, another important thing is don't touch both sides. If you touch both sides of the equation, then it's very difficult. Because some of the questions, we take left hand side and bring it to some answer. Then we take right hand side, we bring it to some answers. Then those things are equal. But for you, most of the time, all the questions related to 002 is take one side and try to bring it to the other side. Okay, it means what I wanted to say, work on one side. That is the main thing. Work on one side. So work on one side until it matches the other. Okay, so it means what? Don't touch both sides. It's okay, right? So all these points you just keep in your mind. So if you keep all these points in your mind, then proving trigonometric identities are so easy, right? Let's start the question. Right, so the first question is classwork example 1. Example 1. The question is verify the trigonometric identity. Verify the trigonometric identity. All the questions are verify, okay? Verify the trigonometric identity. Secant square theta minus 1 divided by secant square theta is equal to sine square theta. Look at both sides. This side normally we call it as left hand side. Left hand side. This one we call it as right hand side. Okay, SR and ME. So in short form we write LHS and in short form we write RHS. L means left, R means right. You can also simply write L, simply write R, no problem. Right. So we are going to take left hand side. Why not right hand side? Look here. Right hand side is a single term. Taking this one, bringing the bigger term is difficult. So I told you already in the first point, start with the bigger equation, right? So the bigger equation is what? The one which is on this side, right? So the bigger equation is this one. What is that? Left hand side, which is secant square theta minus 1 divided by secant square theta. Okay, we know something related to secant square and 1. Let me write it again here. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to what? Secant square theta, right? So you must remember this rule. No way. So 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Now we want secant square theta minus 1. So take this minus 1 to that side. So what happens? Tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to write this as tan square theta. So my left is equal to tan square theta divided by secant square theta. Okay, what answer I need to bring? In the 7.1 there is no answer. 7.1 is simplify. Simplify means what? You need to bring one term in the final answer. But now you have an answer. You have to bring sine square theta. Okay, right. You have to bring what? Sine square theta. You have to bring what? Sine square theta, right? Okay. So how to bring? Look here. Suppose you have A by B. Can I write A times 1 by B? Yes, I can write. So this equals tan square theta times 1 by secant square theta. So this equals tan square theta. 1 by secant theta is what? 1 by secant theta is cosine theta. So 1 by secant square theta is what? Cosine square theta. So this is cosine square theta. Still I am not getting sine square. So this is tan, this is cosine. But inside tan you have sine is there. So this I am going to write sine square theta divided by cosine square theta. Why? Because we know the formula tan theta is equal to what? Sine theta divided by cosine theta. And what is tan square theta? Which is sine square theta divided by cosine square theta. So times cosine square theta. So cosine square gets cancels. So this equals what? Sine square theta. Right? I think I'll write it in the next page. Right. So this is equal to sine square theta. So what is the answer you need to bring? The answer you need to bring is sine square theta. So this is equal to your right hand side. Clear all of you? Yes, let's go to the next question. Now let's go to the next question. Verify the trigonometric identity 2 secant square theta is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus sine theta plus 1 divided by 1 plus sine theta, right? So which is the bigger side? The bigger side is right hand side. So I'm going to take the right hand side. What is the right hand side? 1 divided by 1 minus sine theta plus 1 divided by 1 plus sine theta. I need to bring the answer 2 secant square theta, right? So before that, let me ask you one question. Suppose you have 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. How you do this one? So you will take 2 times 3. You take this number here and this number here. 1 times 3, right? And then plus 1 times 2. The same idea I'm going to use it. This equals 1 multiply 1 plus sine theta. This goes here. And then plus 1 times multiply by what? 1 minus sine theta. Okay, right. So 1 times what? We are going to use what? We are going to use it what? 1 times what? Come on. So 1 times 1 plus sine theta plus 1 times 1 minus sine theta divided by, we are going to write 1 minus sine theta and 1 plus sine theta. So you look at the numerator. The numerator is just, we are going to multiply 1 times 1 is 1 and 1 times sine theta is sine theta, and then plus 1 times 1 is 1 and 1 times this is minus sine theta, right? So numerator is okay. But let me see the denominator. You need to do something. What is the denominator? Denominator means down, okay? The down is 1 minus sine theta multiplied by 1 plus sine theta, right? So this is of the model what? A minus B times A plus B. What is A minus B times A plus B? Which is equal to A square minus B square. What is your A? 1. What is your B? Sine theta. So what is A square minus B square? 1 square minus sine theta the whole square. 1 square is 1. Sine theta, the square will come this side, which is sine square theta. What is 1 minus sine square theta? We know the rule, right? Sine square theta plus cosine square theta is equal to what? 1. So you just take the sine square theta the other side. So cosine square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So 1 minus sine square theta is equal to what? Cosine square theta. So your denominator 1 minus sine theta and 1 plus sine theta. 1 minus sine theta and 1 plus sine theta will go the answer cosine square theta. Any question? No. So what happens now? This sine theta gets cancelled. So you will get 1 by cosine square theta. What is 1 by cosine square theta? 1 by cosine theta is secant theta, right? So what is 1 by cosine square theta? Which is secant square theta. So which is equal to secant square theta. So what we need to bring? We need to bring secant square theta, right? Yes, it's okay. I'm sorry, 1 plus 1, which is 2, right? And then here you will get 2 secant square theta, right? Let us go to the next question. Verify the trigonometric identity 1 over tan x plus 1 over cot x is equal to tan x plus cot x. Which is the bigger side? The bigger side is here, right? So this is your left hand side. Let us take the left hand side, which is equal to 1 over tan x plus 1 over cotan x. We need to bring this one. We know very well 1 over tan x is equal to what? Cotan x. And 1 over cot x is equal to what? Tan x. So very easy. So what is 1 over tan x? Wow, fantastic. Cot x. And then plus. Marvelous. 1 over cot x is what? Tan x. So beautiful, right? So look at your right hand side, all of you, which is cot x plus tan x. So this is going to become your right hand side. Okay, right. Look here. Tan x, cot x, cot x. Okay, right. Now let's go to the next question. Now let's go to the next question. The next question is verify the trigonometric identity 1 divided by cosine x plus 1 divided by cosine x minus 1 is equal to minus 2 cosecant x cot x. Which is the bigger side? The bigger side is left hand side, right? So what's your left hand side? 1 divided by cosine x plus 1 plus 1 divided by cosine x minus 1. Okay, right. Now we are going to do the next one, right? So what I'm going to do, the same idea, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. So the same you are going to do it. So let me take the down is cosine x plus 1 and cosine x minus 1. You are going to multiply here and you are going to multiply here. 1 multiply cosine x minus 1 plus 1 multiply cosine x plus 1. So this equals, right? The numerator is very simple. 1 times cosine x is cosine x. 1 time 1 is minus 1. And then 1 time cosine x is cosine x. And 1 time 1 is, it's going to become 1. Divided by, this is the question mark. What is the question mark? We are going to do this one. What is that? This is the denominator part we are going to do. Look here. Cosine x plus 1 times cosine x minus 1. This is of the model a plus b times a minus b. What is a plus b times a minus b? A square minus b square. What is in the place of a? Cosine x. What is in the place of b? It's 1. So cosine x whole square minus 1 square. So this square will come here. Cosine square x minus 1. Now we want to find what is cosine square x minus 1. Right. We know the formula sine square x plus cosine square x is equal to 1. Right. We want cosine square x minus 1. So I want to bring this minus this side. So this will go that side, right? So cosine square x minus 1 equals, if it goes that side, you will get minus sine square x. Again, I'll repeat. Listen carefully. Again, I will repeat. Keep in your mind. Sine square x plus cosine square x is equal to 1. We want cosine square x minus 1. So this 1 should come this side. So cosine square x minus 1. If this 1 comes this side, this will go that side. How much? Sine square x will go that side as minus. So this is equal to minus sine square x. This is equal to what? Minus sine square x. So very, very important. So the denominator will be minus sine square x. Okay. Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancels. You will get cosine. How many times? It will be equal to 2 cosine x over, what is the denominator? Minus sine square x. The denominator is minus sine square x. What is the answer you need to bring? You need to bring the answer minus 2 cosecant x cot x. You need to bring what? Minus cosecant x cot x. Look here. We have cosine, we have sine. But we want to bring cosecant and cot. We know very well cosecant x is what? 1 over sine x. And we know very well cot x is what? Either 1 over tan x, or if you want with sine and cosine, you will get what? Cosine x divided by what? Sine x. Correct? So I need to bring this one. Look here. This minus, I'll keep it on the top. So I'll write minus 2. And this I will write cosine x, right? Divided by, I will write it as sine x 2 times. Because sine x is what? Sine square x. Now look here, that's the same model is coming. Look here. So now next step I'm going to write minus 2 cosine x divided by sine x, and then I write 1 by sine x. We can write a divided by b, c. If you have like this, you can write a by b, 1 by c. Right? Same idea. This equals minus 2. Cosine by sine is nothing but what? Which is cot. And 1 by sine is nothing but what? Cosecant x. So therefore, my answer is what? minus 2 cosecant cot. Yes, I got it. So this is minus 2 cosecant x and cot x, which is my answer, which is equal to what? My right hand side answer. So left side is equal to right side. Therefore, we verified the identity. Right? So let's go to the next question, which is the last question in this exercise, which is question number 29. Verify the trigonometric identity secant x minus cosine x is equal to sin x tan x. The bigger one is also this one. This is also bigger one. But usually taking plus minus and bringing product is easy. Taking product, bringing plus minus is very difficult. Understand what I said? Suppose you have plus minus. You take this one and bring it as a product, it's easy. But taking a product, multiply term, and bringing plus minus, it's very difficult. Keep in your mind. So this is a plus minus. So I take left side, which is equal to secant x minus cosine x. I'll try to bring the right side. Secant x, I can write it as what? 1 by cosine x. Minus, I write this cosine x divided by 1. Suppose you have 1 by 2 minus 2. If you have like this, what you do? You do 1 by 2 minus 2 by 1. Then you take 2. This you multiply, right? So you take 2 times 1. 1 times 1 minus 2 times 2. Right? The same idea, I'm going to use it. Okay? Right. So this equals, I'm going to take cosine x times 1. And then I multiply here, 1 times 1 minus cosine x times cosine x. So this equals 1 minus cosine square x divided by cosine x. We know very well, right? We just studied one identity. What is that? The famous identity. Sine square x plus cosine square x is equal to what? 1. So now I want 1 minus cosine square x. So 1 minus, this should go that side. So 1 minus cosine square x is equal to what? Sine square x. So this equals, okay, this equals 1 minus cosine square x is equal to what? Sine square x divided by what? Cosine x. Now what is the answer I need to bring? The answer I need to bring is sine and tan. So let me write here sine x tan x. What is sine x? Sine. What is tan x? Sine x divided by what? Cosine x. See here, I have the equations here. So this I'm going to write sine square x. I'm going to write it as sine x times sine x divided by cosine x. Can I write like this? Yes. After that, I'm going to write it as sine x over cosine x, and then I write sine x. We can write 2 times 3 divided by 4, for example. So we can write it as 2 by 4 and then times 3. Okay, right. So sine by cosine x is equal to what? Tan x times sine x. Look at the answer you want to bring. The answer which you are going to bring is this one. This is the one you are going to bring it. Sine x tan x. So the same thing we got it. So which is equal to what? Right hand side. So the LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, the trigonometric identity is verified. So all the question, end of the solution, please write LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, I verified the trigonometric identity. So trigonometric identity is verified. You should write it, but in case if you are not okay, just write it. It is okay, it is yes, or left is equal to right. Some words you can write it. So this finishes your 7.2, right? Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm telling this exercise is a little bit difficult exercise. So you need to practice more, right? Yes, Alhamdulillah, we finished verifying some identities step by step. I hope it's now easier for you to understand and solve these type of problems. Okay. If you learned something today, don't forget to hit like, write a comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe to support the channel. See you in the next video, inshallah. Take care. Bye bye.